Do you feel like your high standards are helping you succeed, or could they hold you back? Studies have shown how perfection and high standards can derail your progress and even lead to burnout. Today, I would like to discuss why having high standards can sometimes work against you and how to recognize the signs and the ways that you can practically balance your ambitions. So let's get started. Why high standards can derail your success? Well, there's a concept called perfectionism paralysis. This concept is about how striving for perfection can prevent you from acting. As entrepreneurs, we often want everything to be perfect before we launch. We may want our website to be perfect, our products to be flawless, our marketing plan to be exquisite. However, do we know that when we don't take action, we become procrastinators and never complete our projects? I discussed unrealistic expectations in another video that I did on motivational hacks. When you set unrealistic, unachievable goals, you can set yourself up for constant dissatisfaction and a loss of motivation. Missed opportunities often occur when you wait for the perfect time or perfect conditions to present themselves, which may never come. This can also cause unnecessary delays. Instead of waiting for perfection, entrepreneurs would do better if they just focused on getting the MVP or the minimum viable product out to start so they can gain feedback and even customers. Burnout and stress are often associated with having high standards. Most new entrepreneurs overwork themselves trying to meet extremely high expectations for success, which can result in mental and emotional exhaustion. Because high standards are usually inflexible, the pressure to maintain them can harm your mental and emotional health. This is why delegating tasks is important for small business owners. Burnout and stress will hinder your business progress. So, now what are some of the signs that we can look at to see if our high standards are working against us? A few of the ways that we can tell our high standards are working against us are having analysis paralysis. That's when you're spending too much energy and time overthinking instead of executing your plan. Your high standards can make you resistant to pivoting when things don't go as planned. When you adapt to change, you improve your chances of success. Look over your business plan to ensure that it's not too rigidly detailed that you miss unexpected opportunities. Let's talk about when you're overly self critical. This constant criticism of yourself will keep you dissatisfied with the results. When you're self critical, you can't see yourself or your project as being enough. And then we have the fear of failure. Fear of failure is being afraid of falling short. Business requires taking calculated risk. When you have overly high inflexible standards, you may avoid taking risks because you fear failure or criticism. New entrepreneurs may avoid launching their marketing campaign or pitching to investors because they don't feel ready and miss out on valuable learning experiences. What about those unfinished products? Often, We have unfinished projects that we just don't seem to be able to get back to. When we leave tasks incomplete, we're essentially saying those projects are not good enough to finish. When you focus on perfection instead of launching, you delay income generation, which is critical to a business's survival. The most important thing is that you get your product or service out when it's enough and refine it over time. How to balance high standards with practicality. Prioritize progress over perfection. It's important to focus on completing tasks rather than waiting for perfection. You can always edit and make improvements later. When you set realistic timelines to complete your project, you'll minimize the pressure of having high standards. Setting smart goals. When you set smart goals, they enable you to keep your standards realistic. An example of a smart goal would contain something like focusing on your MVP, right? Your minimum valuable product. Get that out instead of staying stuck with trying to create this fantastical product. And we talk about this often, celebrating small wins. When we reinforce the importance of small wins and the progress we have made, it helps to maintain our momentum and confidence. Learning to let go. This is not an easy thing to do, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life. Letting go is difficult. When you focus on imperfections, they grow. It's best to focus on the things that matter the most. In business, this may be learning to delegate some tasks. Trying to do everything ourselves is impossible. Letting go is like giving up a little piece of control for the greater good. Let me just say that there's nothing wrong with having high standards. I believe that you should have high standards. The issue is that sometimes a person with high standards, their standards are so high that they're inflexible. And so the issue is, how flexible are your standards? Because the higher they are, the more inflexible they can become. And so you want to make sure that everything is in balance. If you're holding yourself back from starting your business because you have such high standards and it's not perfect, take action today. Progress beats perfection every time. Let me know in the comments section one thing that you'll focus on to move forward. If you're ready to move out of your own way and learn how to start an online business, my course can help you get started. Click the link in the description box or go to beamthemup.com and learn how to build your business empire. Until next time, peace and love.